Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aziz, Samuel Aziz. I'm the founder of wealthconsulting.com and privateprocessing.com, and in this video I will finally reveal our billion-dollar company structure. So this video is extremely interesting for basically everybody because it will inspire you and show you how it is to start from zero to the top and how you can always continue and level up. And it's extremely valuable for every e-commerce entrepreneur because you will learn how we can help you, but more important, you will learn how you can 10x and 100x because you just need to follow my blueprint basically. As you know, I'm featured in Forbes. Today I got featured in Gulf News. I'm 28 years old and we have multiple companies. E-commerce companies who make more than $10 million per month in revenue, more than $2 million in profit for many, many years. We have wealth consulting, private processing, and an own bank. And most e-commerce entrepreneurs ask us, how is it possible? Are you such a genius that you make so much more profit and revenue? No, I think the number one reason why we make so much profit is because we were never part of your matrix, because we always wanted to be in a blue ocean. And this is our blue ocean branding, but you are swimming in a red ocean because you learned e-com from these communities, from these broke gurus who also don't have that much. And so you basically follow the herd. And that's the first learning overall in business that I learned. You need to ask yourself every single day, can I do the opposite of what everybody does basically? Because you know, it's the same with investment. If everybody invests somewhere, it's too late. You need to invest when people don't believe in something. And you need to have a business strategy that nobody does. And this worked for us without even knowing it because we started from a different background. Because I grew up in a small village in Germany, every obstacle was against me. I started with fitness, I started in the fitness industry, I sold fitness coachings, then I've built the fitness coachings for the most famous bodybuilders, and then we started with e-commerce, which means we automatically already manage the most important first step in e-com, and this is affiliates. And this is one of the biggest issues that you have, guys. You are just running ads. You don't even have proper affiliates. But if you have affiliates who generate for you 1 million per month because they get 100K in commission, for example, or 200K, it's much better and it's a really reliable business. So we did everything the opposite way. We were running no ads, mostly no ads, just having affiliates. We were always using blue ocean branding, which means the brand is extremely important for you. And most people underestimate it because it's a long-term thing. Most of you, because we live in modern times, think too short-term. I just run ads, this is a winning product, this works today, I get this instant gratification, and you should have it, but you also need a long-term plan. And building a brand that nobody can destroy you, which is unique, is the biggest asset. Because then you have the best affiliates who are hardcore fans of your brand, who would promote you even without money, and you train these affiliates how to promote your brand. And most people give up there. Because for me in the past, when I was contacting these fitness influencers, I bombarded 10,000 fitness influencers until the first ones wanted to work with me. And you guys say, I tried this affiliate strategy, not big fishes are interested in me, I stopped. And this is your issue. And the brand that you build over time will help you automatically because it will be more easy to attract the right people. It will even help you to attract the right employees. It's just momentum that you build with your e-commerce companies. And I need to make a separate video about this, but just to summarize, we have really profitable e-commerce companies, and over these years, I faced a lot of issues in e-com. One big issue was taxes. When I was young and successful in Germany, I got destroyed for 2 years from the tax office in Germany. So I needed to figure out a tax strategy. Then I always had payment processing issues. So for many, many years, I spent days, nights, hours, weeks, months contacting merchant service providers, and I always thought there's no good solution out there. I always had banking issues, because if you have too much money, you have banking issues, because these banks are just not created for you. And for all this, I needed to create solutions. And that's why we founded Wealth Consulting. Because with Wealth Consulting, I've built my own in-house strategy, my own in-house team for myself first. Because I would never go to any of these other companies to get my UAE residency. It's annoying, nothing works. So I would go to us, and that's why the solution is so great. Based on experience, we are the best in setting up US LLCs, Hong Kong Limiteds, because this all needs to work properly. When I was in the UAE, nothing worked for the first 2 years until I met Hani, who is part of our team, who is solving your UAE residency and everything basically in the UAE. And even if you don't want to live in the UAE full time, it's just really helpful for you. And the whole structure is important for you, because nothing works in business without a holistic structure. With us, everything is fast, and I think that I grew up in Germany really helped me to create this German quality in our company. So if you need a US LLC, Hong Kong Limited, UAE residency, it's all in-house. And during the period with Wealth Consulting, we realized more and more how many e-commerce entrepreneurs are struggling with payment processing. So I realized I'm not the only one. I had this issue, but there's a big need out there, and that's private processing. Private processing is the private bank of the payment processing world and solves all your issues in payment processing. Even just to have it as a backup solution. It doesn't make any sense at all to rely on one thing. I mean, we have empires behind me, and nothing is by accident in empires. They have a game plan. They needed to die in wars, and they needed strategy. Most of you don't even have a strategy. You think, oh, if this fintech bank blocks me, if this payment aggregator blocks me, my business is game over. This is not a strategy. So you need a good structure. And even for private processing, you need this wealth consulting structure, because you need to have your company, your statements, your documents. You need to have everything in place. So it's all one circle which works perfectly combined. And when it comes to our own bank, over this year, the most successful thing that we did was bank account opening for our clients, because nobody can rely on these banks today. Number one, they're ethically incorrect. Number two, the fintech banks just block you all of a sudden. And number three, the local banks don't accept you and work old school. And this is the plan with our bank, and we are in the process of creating our own bank. And what do you see in all this, in everything that we do? There's some construction which annoys me, but this is not what you should see. What you see in all this that I shared with you today is I constantly leveled up. In business, there are levels in this game. And e-com is easy to start. Maybe you need a little bit budget, but it's not that difficult. And during this, you can learn, you can build real businesses. First in e-com, you need to build a real business, a real reliable business. I realized that most of these successful e-com entrepreneurs just have a nonsense dropshipping website that we could copy in one day. That's it, because they don't develop further. But you need to develop, you need to build a proper brand. You need to have the goal to do everything with ihsan, with excellence, which means that you build the best e-com brand out there. You need to own your industry. And then you can level up. Consulting is also an easy entry barrier business. But payment processing, finances, software, an own bank is high entry barrier. And I needed this 10 years of experience to even build something like this. And it's like a game. It makes fun. And that's how you should see it. Because if you do everything with the right intention and you don't cry and complain about challenges, no, you want these challenges because you upgrade with your experience, with your status, you learn from it, then it's a never-ending circle, and this is a lot of fun. And then the more money you make, the more responsibility you have, and the more you need to do anyways to change something in this world. So this was a raw overview over our company structure. So if you're an e-commerce entrepreneur who needs help with anything of this, just go to wealthconsulting.com, and if you need help particular with payment processing, then go to privateprocessing.com, and I would say see you on the call, see you in the next video, or see you in real life, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.